Yeah, so my dear friends, today we are going to talk about the units and dimension, right? The very first chapter, and like it's very simple chapter. Okay, so the most important thing is units and dimension is a really very easy chapter. But I'm saying if you are in 11th class, okay, so I will say you cannot learn this entire chapter in one shot. Okay, it's a continuous process. It's a continuous process. Even you are in 12th class, okay, you cannot learn the units and dimension in one shot. It will take much time, like it is an continuous process. Okay, till the end of your syllabus you will learn this chapter. Are you getting? Because for units and dimension you need to know the basic, you need to know the basic physical formulas. For example, you need to know work is equals to force into displacement, right? You need to know kinetic energy is half mv square. Okay, you need to know viscous force F is equals to 6 pi eta rb. Okay, similarly electrostatic force F is equals to k q1 q2 upon r square. है ना? Gravitational force F is equals to g m1 m2 upon r square. So basically I want to say that you should remember the basic formulas. Okay, if you remember these basic formulas, or we can say this basic just physical formulas. Okay, if you remember this, then you can derive the unit, then you can write the dimension also. Okay, so simply speaking, this all formulas you should remember. Okay, but still I have covered some formulas up to an extent, not all. Still I am saying not all, because it is not possible to remember this now. Okay, at this stage you cannot remember definitely. Okay, yeah, so simply speaking, the most common formulas, okay, most common formulas I have taken here, and using those most common formulas, we will derive the units and we will derive the dimension. Okay. Yeah. Later on, as the chapters will come, anyhow, I am going to tell each and every unit and dimension in all chapters, right? I used to share. So simply speaking, when the syllabus will end, you will get to know the all dimensional formula, all units. Okay, so very basic thing I wanted to say, my dear friends. So I will deliver two lectures for this chapter. Okay, today I'll cover all units, है ना? Yeah, and next in the next lecture, that will be tomorrow, and that will be really amazing lecture. So in that I will cover the dimension. Okay, yeah. So these are the basic things I will discuss. After that we'll move to errors and measurement and all, right? Okay, so that's all, my dear friends. So let us start. At first I would like to say welcome to you all, welcome to Unacademy. So all of you, my dear students, I would like to welcome you all. Unacademy is the India's largest learning platform, where you can prepare for the various competitive exams with the help of top educators of the country, with the quality content and great learning experience. So simply, I'm here to help you to crack NEET UG. So let's crack NEET UG. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rahul Dagariya. I have been teaching physics since 5 years in the various reputed institutions of India. Till now, I have mentored to the thousands of aspirants of NEET and IIT JEE. And now, I am available here to help the students of the country to learn the concepts of physics for NEET UG with the best notes and best examples. So, I would like to say, if you did not download the Unacademy app yet, please go to Play Store and download the Unacademy Learning app. Unacademy Learning app. Okay? Yeah. After that, what you need to do? So you need to click on three horizontal lines, then you'll get the plus option. Click on the plus, you can get the plus subscription. Apart from that, there is another option, iconic subscription, so you can buy that also. Na? So that is a new product I'm going to introduce that. So at first, plus subscription. I would like to talk about the plus subscription. What is a plus subscription? You have heard about it, and definitely you know about it properly. So at first, the daily live classes, I will not waste your much time. Just simply introduce and I'll move. So at first, plus subscription, my dear friends, I would like to say the daily live classes. So you are getting the daily live classes just like a special class, right? Yeah. So you can chat with educators, you can engage in any discussion, you can ask your doubt, and you can participate in the answer polls. Okay, so basically, you are going to have a lot of fun. Okay, this is the first benefit. Next, live test and quizzes. My dear friends, you can attempt the many live tests and quizzes, and you can get its analysis, right? Because without the regular mock tests and quizzes, you cannot get to know that how many concepts you learn properly, and how many concepts you are weak. Okay, so simply speaking, I would like to say you should attempt as many tests as possible. Okay, yeah. Next, structured courses. So my dear friends, you are getting all three subjects: physics, chemistry, and biology. Biology include both zoology and botany, and that too by the India's top educators. Okay, that too by the India's top educators, because Unacademy provide you the India's top educators. After that, unlimited access to the live and recorded courses. My dear friends, if you have Unacademy subscription, you can watch any educator's lecture. Are you getting? You can watch any educator's lecture, and you can watch it unlimited times. Okay, you can access to any live lecture, any recorded lecture unlimited times. Okay, so that's all. Yeah. So let us talk about the iconic subscription, my dear friends. This is very important and very interesting. Okay, first thing, you are getting the personal coach. Are you getting? So Unacademy will assign you a personal coach who will give you one-on-one guidance from the top, like will get the one-on-one guidance from the India's top exam experts, we can say. Okay, like me or like that. So many coaches are there, right? So the personal coach to align your preparation strategy. Are you getting? So they will help you to prepare your strategy for the NEET exam. Okay, yeah. So this is the important thing. He will guide you at each and every instant. Next, test analysis, my dear friends. You will get the in-depth test analysis and personal feedback to improve your time and management. So most important thing for NEET exam is the timing, right? Time management, है ना? Yeah. Next thing is accuracy. So time management and accuracy are the important things. So my dear friends, that coach will help you to do that. And apart from that, Unacademy will provide you the proper support. After that, the study planner. So Unacademy will help you to plan. It will give the weekly plan for you, and it will give you the weekly reviews also, right? So simply speaking, you can prepare for the exam very well, right? You are getting the guidance at each and every moment. After that, all the plus subscription benefits. Are you getting? So whatever benefits I introduced for the plus subscription, all of that you are getting here. So let us compare this plus and iconic subscription. So simply speaking, on plus subscription, you are getting India's best educators. You will have interactive live classes. You will have structured courses and PDFs. Okay, structured courses and PDF. And after that, the last thing, that is live test and quizzes. The live test and quizzes you are going to get in the plus, right? So these four benefits you are getting. Okay. Apart from that, the test series will also be there, right? Yeah. Yes. So next I will talk about the iconic subscription. So in the iconic subscription, you will get the India's best educators. Are you getting? You'll get the India's best educators, right? Means the plus benefit. Interactive live classes. This is also plus benefit. Structured courses and PTS. This is also plus benefit. Live test and quizzes plus benefit. Apart from that, the special things are there. Here is a star mark. You will get the personal coach. You will get the study planner. You will get the exam experts guidelines, right? And you will get the test analysis. So these all things you are going to get. These all things you are going to get for get from the Unacademy subscription, right? Iconic subscription. So that's all, my dear friends. Let's move. Let's move. I am going to talk about the next. What is the subscription plan? Like, what is the fee you need to pay for iconic subscription? You need to pay 45,000 rupees for 1 year. Are you getting? It is available only for 12 months and 24 months, right? And if you are giving exam in 2022, then you need to pay 61,000 rupees for 24 months. 61,000 rupees for 24 months. Okay. Yeah. So finally speaking, if you use my code Rahul D, RAHULD, Rahul D, if you use this code, you will get the 10% discount. If you get the 10% discount, then for 12 months, you need to pay 40,500 rupees. How much? 40,500 rupees. And for 24 months, you need to pay 54,900 rupees. So, my dear friends, 40,500 rupees for 12 months and 54,900 rupees for 24 months you need to pay. That's all, my dear friends. So, mind it. Remember. Okay. So, I am saying there is no loss. A personal coach is guiding you. Okay. Yeah. So let us talk about the next, my dear friends, NEET UG subscription. So that is the regular subscription. Okay, yeah. So its price is same only as before. Okay, yeah. So it is available for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, and 24 months. For 1 month, you need to pay 6,000 rupees. But if you use my code Rahul T, you need to pay 5,400 rupees. Okay. 12 months of subscription is available for 30,000 rupees. But if you use my code Rahul T, then you need to pay 27,000 rupees. Okay. After that, next I will talk about the 24-month subscription. So, my dear friends, you need to pay 36,000 rupees. But if you use my code Rahul D, then you need to pay only and only 32,400 rupees. So that's all, my dear friends. These are the Unacademy subscription, and you need to know about this very well. Okay, yes. So let's move, my dear friends. Okay, use my code Rahul D and get the Unacademy subscription. So here, all of you are getting what in India's top educators, mock tests, quizzes, structured batch courses in line with the exam syllabus. Okay, so these are the plus benefit and iconic benefits. Let us talk about our today's topic. That is units and dimension. Okay, yeah. So in this chapter at first we'll start with the units. Okay, units. Okay, so today's lecture mainly we will talk about the units, and in the next lecture we will talk about the dimension. Okay, so definitely this both the topics are important because NEET used to give questions from this topic. Okay, very easy chapter, you know, very easy chapter. Scoring, right? Scoring also, because you don't need to use much mind, right? Just simply you can do it. So let us start with the physical quantities, because whatever units and dimension we are going to write, those are for physical quantities only. Okay. So at first, what is the meaning of physical quantity? So simply speaking, any quantity which can be measured. Okay, any quantity which can be measured in the physics is called physical quantity. Okay. So so definition, I will not waste much time here. So simply we'll go through it. Okay. Yeah. The quantities which can be measured by the instrument or by the mean of which can describe the laws of physics are called physical quantities. Are you getting? So simply speaking, using some instrument or device or by the laws of physics, some quantities can be derived. So those are called what? Physical quantities. So okay, that's all. Yeah. Physical quantities are two types, vectors and scalars. So, but we are not going to talk about vectors and scalars, right? We are just going to talk about the units of those physical quantities. Okay. Yes. So examples you can see length, velocity, acceleration, force, time, pressure, mass, density, work, power, energy, so and so. So many quantities are there, electric field and all, right? But sorry, but I cannot mention everything here, right? As we'll study the chapters, everything will come in line. Okay, so don't worry about that. Okay, so that's all about the physical quantity. So you can see physical quantities classified into three types. Physical quantities are classified into three types. Actually, according to the units, or according to the units, we can say, or according to its like we can say physical formula. So we can write it into three types. First, fundamental quantities. Are you getting? So first is fundamental or basic quantities. Okay. Second is derived quantities, and third is supplementary quantities. So these are the three types of physical quantities. Okay, right? Means based on that we will study the units and dimension. Okay, yes. So let us talk about this basic or fundamental quantities. Okay, so these are the elementary quantities which covers the entire span of physics. Are you getting? The entire span of physics will be covered by this fundamental or basic quantities. Okay, remember this. Yeah. So what are these fundamental and basic quantities? We will talk about that. Okay, after some time. So any other quantities can be derived from this. Are you getting? So there are fundamental quantities. Okay, and using those fundamental quantities, other physical quantities we can derive. Okay, basic quantities means which are very basic in this nature, which cannot be derived from any other, right? So simply speaking, fundamental quantities are the very basic quantities which are introduced in the physics, and it will cover entire span of physics. Okay, yeah. Next, any other quantities can be derived from this. Are you getting? So all other quantities can be derived from this, right? So these fundamental quantities are mentioned here, and you need to remember. You don't have any other option. Are you getting? You need to remember you don't have any other option. First, length. First is length. Are you getting? So length means distance, displacement. This all lengths will come. Okay, breadth, width. Next, time. So time, time, right? Next, mass. This is also what? Fundamental quantity. After that, temperature. So it is generally measured in Kelvin. Are you getting? SI unit Kelvin. So I'll talk about that. Don't worry. So you just remember temperature. After that, you will remember this electric current, luminous intensity. Okay, luminous intensity and last amount of substance. So these are the basic fundamental quantities you need to remember. Okay, yeah. If I'll write it, I think you will remember it. So first you can say length. Okay, what length? First, second fundamental. There are seven fundamental quantities. Okay, so one is length. Second, that I will say mass. Third is time. So these are the three very basic. Okay, these are the main fundamental quantities which will be used everywhere. Okay, yeah. Apart from that, I will say electric current. Okay, apart from that, I will say electric current. Electric current. Okay. Next, temperature. Okay, temperature is also important. Temperature. Number 6, that is luminous intensity, right? Luminous intensity. Luminous intensity. And last, amount of substance that you use in chemistry, mole, right? So amount of substance. So these are the basic 7 fundamental quantities you need to remember. Okay, right? Yeah. So whenever you will give your school exam, definitely there will be a question in the in your school exam from this. Okay. I think this is 2 number chapter for the school exams. Okay. Yeah. So sorry. So you just need to remember this basic thing, my dear friends. So that's all I wanted to say. So these are the 7 fundamental quantities you need to remember. Okay. Yeah. So I am erasing this. Let us talk about the 7 fundamental quantities: length, time, mass, temperature, electric current, luminous intensity, and amount of substance. So that's all. The 7 fundamental quantities you need to remember. Okay. All other quantities, physical quantities, will be derived from these 7 fundamental quantities only. That's why these are called fundamental quantities. Okay. So next, let us talk about the derived quantities. What is the meaning of derived quantities? The physical quantities which are derived from the fundamental quantities or basic quantities are called derived quantities. Okay, yeah. So let us talk about this. The physical quantities which is derived from the fundamental quantities and can be expressed in terms of the quantities MLT, which are expressed in terms of MLT. Are you getting? MLT, these 7 fundamental quantities are there. Okay, yeah. So MLT, after that temperature, you can mass, length, time, temperature, you know. Yeah. After that, what? Luminous intensity, electric current, and amount of substance. This all are right. Yeah. So are called derived quantities. Simply speaking, the quantities which are derived from the fundamental quantities are derived quantities, right? Yeah. So this yeah. So what are the examples? So you can see its examples will be what? All other quantities. Let's say velocity. Velocity, you know. What is the unit of velocity? So meter per second. How? Velocity is what? Displacement by time. Displacement divide by time. So I will say this is length by time. Length by time. So directly I will say it is derived from the fundamental quantity. Okay. Similarly, we will say acceleration. So acceleration is what? Rate of change of velocity. So velocity divided by time. Okay. Yeah. If you will say force, so F is equals to ma, mass into acceleration. Acceleration itself is a derived quantity. So are you getting? So force is derived quantity. Momentum P is equals to mv. Okay, mass into velocity. So mass is fundamental, velocity is derived. Anyhow, this overall P is derived quantity. Okay. So simply speaking, all other quantities are derived quantities. Only 7 fundamental quantities are there. Okay. Next, I will talk about the supplementary quantities. Don't worry, all examples and everything will come now after some time. Okay, have patience. Right. So, my dear friends, simply speaking, please watch today's lecture properly. If you will watch this lecture properly, definitely one question may come in NEET exam. Okay, so there are very means we will say uh, it is very important, and there are very strong chances are there. Okay, yeah. So supplementary quantities besides fundamental quantities, there are 2 supplementary quantities are also defined. They are called plane angle and solid angle. Are you getting? So besides fundamental, 7 fundamental quantities are there. After that, 2 supplementary quantities are there. 2 supplementary quantities are there. First is plane angle and second is solid angle. So plane angle means angle between 2 lines, theta. Okay, angle between 2 lines, theta. So that is called plane angle. And there will be another quantity that is angle between 2 planes. Are you getting? So angle between, I will say, 2 plane, or I will say, let's say this type of some structure is there. This is a cone. So in that, whatever angle will be there, like we will say solid angle. Okay, angle between the planes we can say. Okay, so angle between 2 lines is plane angle. Angle between 2 planes we will say that is what? That is solid angle. Okay, so remember that. We are going to move now. So solid angle, you don't need to worry about that. We'll learn it later. Now it's not needed. Okay. Yeah. So let us talk about the units. Okay. Yeah. So units. Let us talk about this. What are the units? The measurement of any physical quantity is expressed in terms of internally accepted certain basic standards. For example, if I'll ask you what is your mass, so you will say 60 kg. You will say 60 kg. Okay. Mass is 60 kg. Right. So you are saying 60 kg. What is this kg? This kg is unit. This kg is unit, and it is only defining that you are telling about your mass. Okay. Yeah. If I'll ask you what is your height, what is your height? So you will say my height is 167 centimeter. Okay. So you are saying your height is 167 centimeter. So this centimeter is giving the information that you are talking about your height or some length. Okay. Next, you can also say your length, your height is 5 foot 6 inch. है ना? So 5 foot 6 inch is your height. So simply speaking, you can directly say that 5 foot 6 inch. This foot and inch are what? These are what? These are units. Means the units are the factors which will help you to understand that about what physical quantity you are talking, right? So about which physical quantity you are talking, this information can be given by the units. Okay. Yeah. So simply speaking, measurement of any physical quantity is expressed in terms of internally accepted certain basic, yeah, internally accepted certain basic standard called unit. Okay, so that's all you need to remember. Okay, very basic information. You don't need to worry about it, right? Just basic information, right? So that's all. Any like magnitude is written, any numerical value is written. With that, if you multiply some unit, right? So it will become a physical quantity. Okay, yeah. So let us talk about this. In 1971, an international organization, CGPM means what? General Conference on Weight and Measurement. Okay, so General Conference on Weight and Measure. So that they decided the standard units, okay, which are internally accepted. So which are internally accepted, and these units are called SI units. Are you getting? So simply speaking, if you go to different countries, right? So they will talk in the different like in your local language, you will talk about some land. So they will say biga, they will say peta, biga, gaj, some used to say square foot, some used to say square meter. So different like units they use, right? So simply speaking, there must be, because in some countries like British countries, they used to talk about like what is your weight, so they will say 400 pounds, like that, LBS, they used to say, 400 pound is their weight. So simply speaking, if you come to India, so you used to say in kilograms, right? So simply speaking, in different countries, different units are used. Okay, but there must be an internationally accepted units which all each and every person can understand. Okay, so that unit is called SI unit, means international system of units. Okay, so SI unit is international system of units. So that is SI system international. Okay. Yes. So this is the SI unit, and SI unit is only accepted universally. Okay. SI units of some basic quantities. My dear friends, as I told, today I am going to talk about all basic quantities units. Okay. How to find it, how to write it in form of fundamental units. Okay. So these all things you need to learn today. Okay. Then and then only you can talk about the dimensional formula. Okay. First, you need to understand the units. If you know the units properly, then and then only you can understand, then and then only you can understand the dimensional formulas. Okay. Yes. So you can see there are some basic units are written in front of you. So my dear friends, what you need to remember, at first we are talking about the basic fundamental quantities. We are talking about basic fundamental quantities. So first, length, its unit is meter. Okay, so this is quantity, this is unit, and this is its symbol. This is its symbol. So generally we used to write the symbol only. Okay. Yeah. So first, length can be written as meter. Okay. And its symbol is m. Okay. Its symbol is m. So length, unit of length is meter and symbol is m. Next, mass, unit of mass is kilogram and its symbol is kg. Okay, so you can say mass is there, its unit kilogram and its symbol is kg. Next, time, time is the third fundamental quantity, unit second and it's represented as s. Okay, so just remember simply basic fundamental quantities and their units and their symbols. Okay, next I will talk about the electric current. My dear friend, electric current is having unit ampere. What? Ampere is the unit of electric current and its symbol is capital A. Okay, so this thing you need to remember. You cannot understand it, you have to remember. For example, what is my name? My name is Rahul, so you have to remember, you cannot understand, right? Yeah, like that. 2 plus 2 is 4. You cannot understand it. You have to remember, right? Yeah, so just like that. So next I'll talk about the thermodynamic temperature. So what is the unit of temperature? SI unit. These all are SI units. Okay. Yeah. So that is Kelvin, and Kelvin is having the symbol capital K. Okay. Yes. Getting. Next, mole. Amount of substance. Amount of substance is always measured in mole, and its symbol is MOL. Okay. Actually, mole is MOLE, but symbol is MOL. Okay. So this symbol we need to use. Next, luminous intensity. Generally, we don't use it. Its unit is candela. Okay, so that is candela, and we used to write its symbol CD. We used to write its symbol CD. Okay. So once again, I am going to revise it. I will write by my own hand. So definitely you will also remember. Else you will forget. I know that. Okay. So let us talk about this first. First fundamental unit is length. You need to remember this, huh? No other option. Length. Its unit is what? Its unit is meter. Okay. So its unit is meter and symbol is M. Next, number two. After that, second is mass. So mass is having unit kilogram. What? Kilogram. Okay. Kilogram, its unit can be written as kg. Next, third number, that is time. Time can be written as seconds. Okay. So time can be written in second. And its unit is second. Okay, and its small s is the symbol. Next, number 4, that is electric current. That is electric current. Okay, so electric current, its symbol, yeah, its unit is ampere, ampere. Okay, and its symbol you will write capital A. Okay, next, temperature or thermodynamic temperature. So thermodynamic temperature, its yeah, its unit you used to write Kelvin. What? Kelvin. Just a minute. Sorry. Yeah, this you will write Kelvin. But I will say one thing. This is small a. Are you getting? This is small a. This correct. Yeah. So that is ampere. Small a. Seconds you need to write small s. Kilogram you need to write small k. And meter you need to write small m. Okay. Why I will tell you. Don't worry about that. Kelvin, and Kelvin is represented by capital K. Okay. Number 6. That is what? Luminous intensity. Luminous intensity, that is candela. Okay, candela, and that can be represented as this CD, small small. This candela is also, C is also small. And last, full and final, 7 number, that is amount of substance. Amount of substance. Okay, amount of substance can be represented by the unit mole and symbol is MOL. Okay, yeah. Remember one thing: how to write unit, how to write unit of any physical quantity. Listen, if you are writing the proper name of the scientist, like force is having unit Newton, है ना? So Newton is SI unit. Okay. Similarly, second, SECOND, है ना? After that, kilogram, so KILO, right? GRAM. This all letters should be small letter. Okay. All letters should be small letter. You will not, even first letter is also not the capital letter. All letters should be small letter. If you are writing the entire name of unit, always you need to write the small letters. Okay, but its symbol can be capital or small. It is fixed. For example, for meter, small m. Okay, right. After that, for temperature, capital sorry, for temperature, capital K. Are you getting? Temperature, capital K. Next, time, capital, you can say that is small s. Time is small s. Okay, yeah. So this is meter, this is Kelvin, this is second, then substance, mole, like that. Candela, CD, both are small. Okay, are you getting? Kilograms? So that is small k, small g, right? Yeah. So these all things you need to remember. Okay. Yes. So that's all, my dear friends. So remember the symbols and units. Always unit should be written in the small letters if you are writing the complete name. Okay. And if you are writing just symbols, it can be capital or small. For electric current, it is capital A, right? Yeah. So these are the things you need to remember. I hope you are getting it. Okay. Yeah, I'll share these notes today only. You have to remember this all things today only. If you will remember these things, then only you will get you will understand the dimensional formula. You will be able to solve the dimensional formula. Okay. So I'll share this PDF today itself. Okay. Right. You just mug up properly. Okay. Yeah, now you understand, then you need to remember, that's all. So two supplementary units are there. So they are what? Plane angle and solid angle. So plane angle is having unit radian, radian is having rad, and then solid angle is having unit stay radian, and that is SR. Stay radian is SR. So generally we don't use this solid angle, we use only angle, that is radian. Are you getting? So you are asking one day, sir, why we don't write degree, why we need to convert in radian, है ना? We need to convert in radian because radian is SI unit, degree is not SI unit. Okay, yeah. So that's all. That was the reason. Next, other classifications. So other classifications, if quantities involve only length. Are you getting? Now I am going to talk about the derived quantities. Are you getting? We talked about uh, all fundamental quantities, their units, and after that supplementary quantities. Next, we are going to talk about derived quantities. So all derived quantities are derived using the fundamental quantities length, mass, and time. Okay. Yeah. So these units are written in MKS, CGS, and FKS. So simply speaking, whether they are derived or fundamentals, right? They can be written in MKS, CGS, and FPS. These are three other unit systems. First is SI, which is internally accepted unit system. Apart from that is MKS, CGS, and FPS. These three unit systems are there. So let us talk about there in short. So why MKS is MKS unit system? So in this system, how to write? In this system, the length, mass, and time are expressed in meter, kilogram, and second. Are you getting? So MKS is just similar to SI. So MKS comes under SI. Okay. So meter, kilogram, and second. These are MKS unit system. Next, it comes under SI. So all of you know this, right? For length, you will use meter. For mass, you will use kilogram, and for time, you need to use second. Okay. So this is MKS. Next, I will talk about CGS system. है ना? So what is the CGS system? So for CGS system, for length, you will write. Are you getting? Meter, kilogram, and second. So I am writing here capital M, capital S, capital. Yeah. So are you getting? MKS. So just using this length, mass, and time. है ना? Just using the units of length, mass, and time, we gave the name MKS. Next, CGS. So for length you will say centimeter. For length you will say centimeter. For mass, you will say it is gram. Okay, yeah. And for time you will say it's second in CGS. Okay. So centimeter, gram, and second. Using this, we have derived C, G, and S. Are you getting? C, G, and S. So just by using these three, length, mass, and seconds unit, we have used, and we have given the name CGS system. Okay. So in CGS system, length is given in centimeter, mass is given in gram, and time is given in second. That's all. Okay. Yeah. Last FPS system. FPS is foot. Length is represented in foot. Okay, foot. After that, P for what? P for what? For mass, it is P for pound. Okay, so for pound. And last, time is second only. Okay, so that's all. So my dear friends, all the three fundamental quantities, length, mass, and time, these are very important main physical fundamental quantities, right? Yeah. So for that we are using, है ना? So using the foot, pound, and second, FPS name is given. Okay. Yeah. For length foot, for mass it is pound, and for time it's second. That's all. Yes. So I am going to talk about the SI unit of derived quantities. SI units of derived quantities. So my dear friends, now I am going to tell you so many formulas you need to remember at any cost. You don't have any other option. Are you getting? You need to remember it at any cost. You don't have any other option. Okay. Definitely, you must be thinking that I am not replying. You must be thinking that I am not replying, right? Its reason is it's a premier lecture, my dear friends. Okay, it's a premier lecture, so don't worry about that. I am trying my best to explain you everything. Okay, if possible, I will be available on the chat during this lecture. Okay, yeah. So this is a pre-recorded lecture, so I cannot reply you. Okay, yes, I cannot see your comments. So SI units of derived quantities. My dear friends, let us talk about this. Anyhow, this is a theoretical chapter. This is a theoretical chapter, so you may feel little but don't worry. It's just interesting chapter. Just learn it. Just learn it. Okay. At first, I will talk about the velocity. So I am talking about some derived quantities. Velocity is what? The formula of velocity. Do you know to find a derived quantities? Yeah, a derived unit. You need to remember. You need to remember its physical formula. Are you getting? You need to remember its physical formula. If you don't remember the physical formula, definitely you cannot derive the units. Okay, then you need to mug up the units. Okay, so I am telling you anyhow. Simply speaking, as you learn the different chapters till the end of syllabus, you will learn each and every physical formula, and you will be able to derive the each and every unit and dimension. Okay, so let us talk about some basic unit. Okay, so first I am talking about velocity. So the physical formula of velocity is displacement by time. Displacement by time. Okay. Unit of displacement is meter. Unit of time is second. So it is meter per second. Meter by second means meter per second. So this is the first very common derived quantity. Okay. Next, I will talk about acceleration. So all of you know acceleration is rate of change of velocity. Means well change in velocity divided by time. Okay. So simply speaking, it is change in velocity divided by time. So you will say change in velocity is meter per second and time is second. So directly you will get meter per second square. Directly you will get meter per second square. So after velocity there is acceleration. Next momentum. Momentum means mass or and velocity. So it is just product of mass and velocity. So mass, that is what? Mass is what? Kg. Are you getting? And velocity is meter per second. So you are getting kg meter per second. Kg meter per second is the derived unit. Okay, are you getting? So simply the momentum is derived quantity. You know? Apart from those seven fundamental quantities, all other quantities are derived only. Okay, yes. So momentum is what? Kg meter per second is its unit. How found it? Using its physical formula. Momentum is mass into velocity. Okay, so kg meter per second. Next, if I talk about force, force is what? Mass into acceleration. All of you know this formula. So mass is kg and acceleration is meter per second square. Acceleration is meter per second square. So we are getting kg meter per second square and it is called Newton. So symbol of Newton is capital M. If you want to write Newton, so you have to write in small letter Newton. Okay, right? So SI unit SI unit of force is Newton. Okay, if you want to write in form of fundamental units, you need to write kg meter per second square. Why you need to know the unit of force in fundamental units? Because later on you need to derive or you need to write the dimensional formula. And dimensional formula you can write only and only if you know the unit of the quantity in terms of fundamental quantities. Okay, yeah. So that's all, my dear friends. Okay, so all of you need to remember this basic. Are you getting? Whatever I have written, these five formulas, these are 4 and to 6 formulas. You need to remember this at any cost. Okay, so next is work. Work is force into displacement. Are you getting? The physical formula of work is equals to force into displacement. So you need to remember, my dear friends, you don't have any other option. Okay, so unit of force is Newton and unit of displacement is meter. So it is Newton meter, and it is also called joule. Joule. This is small letter, no? Joule, joule, or its symbol is capital J. So that's all you need to remember. Okay, right? So Newton meter is also called joule, not Newton meter. Only the unit of work is called joule. Okay. Remember some more things. Work, energy. Energy means kinetic energy, potential energy, mechanical energy, heat energy, any type of energy. Okay. Heat. These all are having same units and this unit is joule. Okay, this unit is joule. So that's all you need to remember. You can convert in calorie also, but joule is SI unit. Okay, so you need to remember it. Yes, let us talk about this last power. Power is rate of doing work. Like you need to remember this formula. Power is equals to work divide by time. Okay, power is work divided by time. Work is having joule and time is second. So joule per second. Joule per second is also called watt. Also called watt. That is W, capital W. Okay, yeah. So we will say the SI unit of power is watt. WATT watt. Okay. So I hope all of you understand it. All of you can do it now, right? So very simple. Someone asks you find the unit of kinetic energy. So you will say kinetic energy is half mv square, half mv square. Okay. So write it. 1 by 2 is not having any unit because it is just mathematical constant, right? M is having kg and V is having meter per second. So meter per second square. So you are getting kg meter square per second square. Okay. And kg meter square per second square. Do you know this? What is that? Kg meter per second square is force and into meter. So that is joule. Are you getting? So unit of energy only, that is joule only. Okay, right? Yeah, you can find like this also. Work done is equals to force into displacement. So force into displacement. Force is having Newton and S. S is what? S is second. Okay. Newton. Newton is what? Newton is what? F is equals to ma यानी कि kg meter per second square. So per second square into meter. So you are getting this is what? This is only joule. है ना? This is only joule. So that's all you need to remember. Okay. So these are the basic things I explained you. I hope you got it right. If you did not understand, please go back and watch it again. You will understand. Okay, because it is very simple thing. If you remember the fundamental formulas, then and then only you can derive the units. Okay, yeah, that's all my dear friends. Let's move further. So now I'll talk about the question number 1. Find the unit of universal constant of gravity. My dear friend, very basic question. Okay, very important question. It was asked in NEET in some year, I don't know, but you need to find that. So for that, first thing you need to remember is the general formula, physical formula, G m1 m2 upon r square. You know what is the gravitational force? This is mass m1, this is mass m2, and distance between them is r. Anyhow, you remember this formula because this formula came in 8th class also and 9th class also. So directly you will write the force between these two mass will be G m1 m2 upon r square. Force is having unit Newton. Okay, right? I can write like this. I need to find the unit of G. How I'll do it? F r square upon m1 m2. Okay, yeah. F is Newton. This is meter square. Divide by m1 m2 is kg square. Okay. So Newton meter square per kg square will be the unit. Okay, Newton meter square per kg square. That's all. So this is the unit of this G. Okay. If someone asks you find the unit of G in the fundamental units, है ना? So you know this Newton can be said can be written like this: kg meter per second square. Okay, write it here. So kg meter per second square. So I'll write per second square here, and this is meter square. So finally, what you are getting? You are getting kg meter cube, है ना? Yeah, here kg square is there. So directly you'll get what? Divide by kg square. So kg raised to -1, है ना? Meter raised to 3 and second raised to -2. So that's all. This is the basic unit. Okay, you can say meter cube per kg per second square. Okay, so you can write like this also, right? So simply speaking, what is the unit? So unit is this only. What? Newton meter square per kg square. Newton meter square per kg square is the unit of G. You can convert in fundamental unit if you remember what is Newton. Newton is kg meter per second square. Just write it here and solve it. That's all. Okay. So first thing over, right? That's all. So uh, this is just the SI unit of universal constant of gravity. Okay. Yeah. So let us talk about question number 2. Okay. I am erasing this. I am erasing this. Once again, I am writing here F is equals to G m1 m2 upon r square. So you need to find the unit of G. So G will be equal to Fr square upon M1 M2. Okay, you can write that is Newton meter square per kg square. Okay, if you want to write it in fundamental units, what you will do? So you will write what? Kg meter per second square into meter square divided by kg square. Okay, if you will simplify it, what you will get? So finally you are going to get here kg raised to minus 1, meter raised to 3, and second raised to minus 2. So that's all. This will be the unit. Okay, this will be the unit. Okay, yes, in terms of fundamental unit. Next question number 2. So my dear friends, question number 2, in this unit of specific heat capacity, where this formula comes? This formula comes in thermodynamics. Okay, yeah. So definitely 11th class students, don't worry about that. If you don't remember it, no need to worry about that, because this formulas will come later as you will learn the chapters. As you will learn the chapters, you will get to know this and you will remember it. Okay, don't worry. Now you need to mug up. Okay, later on you will understand and it will be settled in your mind. You don't need to remember. Okay, yeah. Why? Because when the chapter will come, the physical formula will come. When the physical formula will come, automatically you will be able to write the unit and dimension. Okay, and I am just teaching you the basic method and rules to find the units and dimension. Okay, yeah. You need to find the specific heat. So all of you need to remember heat. Q is equals to ms delta T. Okay, ms delta T. M is mass, S is specific heat capacity, and delta T is change in temperature. Q is heat. Heat is just energy, so it is joule. It is joule. Okay, this is kg. This is S. I don't know its unit, and T is Kelvin. मतलब change in temperature is Kelvin. है ना? Or we need to write in a better way, my dear. We need to write in a better way. So let me erase it. Let me erase it. Okay, else you will get confused. S means second, right? No, it is not second. S is specific heat capacity. Its symbol is S. Okay, so we need to find its unit. So how to do it? So just a minute. Yeah, this is pen. So simply speaking, I will say S is equals to Q upon M delta T. Okay, Q is joule, M means kg, and delta T is Kelvin. So you will get the answer joule per kg or Kelvin. That's all. This is the answer. This is the unit. Okay. Yes. If you want to find in terms of fundamental units, if someone asks you to find it in fundamental units, what you will do? So say joule. Joule is kg meter square per second square. Okay. My dear, you need to remember this kg meter square. Actually, what are the things you need to remember? Newton, or you need to remember the unit of force. You need to remember unit of work. Means this pipe, this 5 6 6 total 6, this 4 plus these two formulas, you need to remember this. Okay, that's all. After that fundamental you already remember, right? So kg meter square per second square, just multiply this kg inverse into Kelvin inverse. So finally what you are getting? You are getting kg is not there. Okay, kg is not there, so you are getting me. Why? Because kg raised to 0 is 1, right? So meter square per second square Kelvin inverse. So this will be the fundamental unit. Okay, that's all I wanted to say, my dear friends. Okay, so let's move. Next question number 3. Find the unit of spring constant. Find the unit of spring constant. You know, spring force F is equals to kx or minus kx. You can write just magnitude. We need to pay. We need to use. So k is equals to F upon x. And F is Newton and x is meter. So I will say Newton per meter, or I can write like this: Newton meter inverse. Okay. Let us find it. Yeah, this is the unit. That's all. But if someone asks you find this in terms of fundamental units, what you will do? You will write. So Newton is kg meter per second square. Kg meter per second square. Okay. Yeah. How you got kg meter per second square? F is equals to ma, na? M is kg or A is meter per second square into meter inverse. So finally you are getting kg per second square. Okay. Because meter raised to plus 1 minus 1 0. Okay. So that's all. This is the answer, and all of you can do it, right? Yes. Next. Next, I will talk about find the unit of density. Are you getting? Find the unit of density that you need to solve. So simply speaking, the spring constant K is F is equals to kx, and you will write K is equals to F by x. that is Newton per meter. Okay, Newton per meter, that's all. Yeah. Find the unit of density. So you know density is what? Density is equal to mass divided by volume. Mass divided by volume. You need to remember this physical formula. Then only you can find the units and dimension. So mass is kg and volume is meter cube. That's also answer is kg per meter cube. And it also can be written like this: kg meter raised to minus 3. Okay, that's all. So this was the unit, right? Kg per meter cube. Question number 5. Find the unit of angular speed and angular velocity. My dear friends, angular speed omega, that is theta upon t, angular displacement by time. Okay, and angular displacement is just angle, right? So that is radian per second. So you will say what? Radian per second is the answer. Next, angular acceleration alpha. Alpha is what? Acceleration is velocity by time. So similarly, angular velocity divided by time. So you directly write its unit. That is what? Radian per second is omega and divide by second. So you are getting radian per second square. That's all. So this is the unit of angular acceleration. That's all. So these are the 5 questions we have solved. Now we'll talk about some basic things, my dear friends. Remember some basic things. Listen, 10 raised to. So different prefix are used. For example, somewhere written like this: 10 raised to 10 raised to 3 gram. So what you will write? So you'll write kilogram. What? Kilogram. Okay. So 10 raised to 3 is having a name. It is represented by kilo. So deci, centi, milli, micro, these all things that you need to remember. Hana? So I am telling that. Listen. So first, whenever you are getting 10 raised to 8, this is exa. So let us move with the 10 raised to 1. Hai na? 10 raised to 1 is deca, 10 raised to 2 is hecta, 10 raised to 3 is kilo, 10 raised to 6 is mega. Are you getting mega? After that, 10 raised to 9 is giga. You are saying na GB, GB means gigabyte, 5 GB, 5 gigabyte data. Hai na? Yeah. So that is 10 raised to 9 byte data. Hai na? So giga. After that, 10 raised to 12 is called tera, 10 raised to 15 is called peta, and 10 raised to 18 is called exa. So, okay. So, deca, hecto, kilo, mega, giga, tera, peta, exa. You need to remember this. Okay. You need to remember this because somewhere it may be used. Okay. Generally, this mega, giga, kilo, these are very important. Okay. Next, 10 raised to minus, है ना? So I am talking about the 10 raised to minus 1 is called deci. Okay, deci, centi, milli, macro, nano, pico, femto, atto. Okay, so these are the things you need to remember. 10 raised to minus 1 is called deci. 10 raised to minus 2 is called centi. So in 1 meter, how many centimeters are there? है ना? Yeah, in 1 centimeter, how many meters are there? So centi means what? Centi means 10 raised to minus 2. And meter is meter. So directly you will say what? 10 raised to minus 2 meter. That's all. So I have converted centimeter into meter. Okay. So millimeter means 10 raised to minus 3 meter. Micrometer 10 raised to minus 6 meter. Nanometer 10 raised to minus 9 meter. Okay. So these things you need to remember. Deci, centi, milli, micro, nano, pico, femto, atto. Okay. So up to this pico, it is very important. You need to remember at any cost. Okay. You need to remember at any cost up to pico. Okay. Because this it may come in any question. Okay. It may come in any question. Doesn't matter that is unit dimension question. That may be any chapter. Data may be given in this units. Deci, centi, milli, micro, like that. Okay. Yeah. So now I'll talk about some derived quantities. Some derived quantities you need to remember. At first, frequency. Frequency is number of cycle per second. Okay, number of rotation per second or number of cycle per second. Okay, yeah. So any number is unitless. It doesn't have any unit. Okay, but its frequency can be written as number of cycle per second means number does not have any unit. You know? So per second. So number per second means just 1 by second we will say. So that is second inverse. And second inverse is called hertz. The second inverse is called hertz in SI. Are you getting right? If you wanna write in the just a minute. If you wanna write in terms of fundamental units, so you will write what? This hertz. This hertz is what? It is 1 by second or second inverse. Okay. Next, I will talk about force. Force is Newton. Okay, these names are given by the on the name of scientists. Are you getting? They have discovered this, so by the name of the scientists. This units are given. So Hertz, the scientist name was Hertz, right? Unit. So all of you know unit of force, that is Newton. So it was given by the Newton, right? So directly we'll say its fundamental unit, that is kg meter per second square. Okay, kg meter per second square. Next, if you talk about this work, energy and heat, that is joule, Joule, you know, and joule can be written as kg meter square per second square. Okay, so these are, I'm just representing in terms of fundamental units. Okay, yeah. Pascal is a unit of stress and pressure. Okay, so unit of pressure and scale stress is Pascal. Okay, yeah. So that's all you need to remember, my dear friends, right? So now we are moving further. Let us talk about this. So Pascal is what? Just a minute. Sorry. So definitely this is memory based chapter, right? This is a memory based chapter. So, my dear friends, I am saying you talk about pressure. Pressure is what? Force divided by area. These formulas are written here. F is equals to ma, W is equals to Fs, and now force into displacement, right? Pressure is force by area. Force is Newton. Divided by area is meter square. So, Newton per meter square is called Pascal. Okay? Newton per meter square is called Pascal. And kg meter per second square divided by meter square. So, kg meter inverse per second square. So, like that you need to write in fundamental. Okay, generally the SI units are written in the questions. Okay beta, just SI units are written in the questions, so easily you can find it, you can solve it. Okay my dear friends, so that's all. Let's move further. Formula number 5. Formula number 5 is power. Power is what? Rate of doing work. Power is rate of doing work. Okay, pressure is what? Force per unit area, है ना? Yeah, so power is rate of doing work, unit of work is joule. Unit of work is joule, and unit of time is second. So joule per second is also called watt. Joule per second is also called watt. Okay, so joule per second is watt, and you can write in the fundamental form. How you will write? Joule is kg, है ना? Kg meter square per second square divided by second. So you will write kg meter square and second raised to minus 3. Okay, so that's all. This is called power, unit of power. So generally SI units are used, but if someone asks you to find in fundamental units, you can write like this. Why you need it? You need it because later on you need to find the dimensional formula. If you know the fundamental units, then and then only you can find the dimensional formula. So basically, you might be feel that this lecture is exhausting. Actually, that's why I have taken this lecture only for 1 hour today. Yeah. So, my dear, because you need to remember this is completely theory and you don't have any other option, you just mug up the formulas. Okay. Next, I am talking about electric charge. My dear friends, always remember Q is equals to IT. Q is equals to IT means charge. Charge is equals to current. I means current into time. Into time. Current into time. Okay. Yeah. So current is having unit ampere and time is having unit second. So ampere second will be its unit. So it is in SI it is called Coulomb. Name of the scientist was Coulomb. So SI unit is Coulomb. Okay. And fundamental unit you can write ampere second. Okay. So that's all, my dear friends. That's all I wanted to say, my dear. So simply speaking, unit of charge is coulomb. Unit of charge is coulomb. That is capital C. That is what? That is SI unit. It was given based on the name of the scientist. Okay. How to write in fundamentals? So coulomb. Q is equals to IT. The formula is written here. Formula is written here. Okay. So let me take laser. Yeah. So my dear friends, you can see Q is equals to IT means charge Q is equals to current into time. Okay, so ampere second. That is called Coulomb. Next, electric potential, EMF, voltage, voltage. So that is what? That is always U by Q means potential energy divided by charge. Are you getting right? Or you can say W by Q. So work divided by charge. So that is joule per coulomb. Joule per coulomb is called volt. Joule per coulomb is called volt. Okay. Are you getting? So if you want to write in a SI unit, so you'll write joule per coulomb. Okay. Next, I'll talk about capacitance. This capacitance will come after after electrostatic chapter. Okay, so definitely you will learn this chapter, no need to worry about that. Capacitance C is equals to Q upon V. C is equals to Q upon V. So its unit is farad. Okay, its unit is farad. It is represented by capital F. Okay, next, electric resistance. You learned this formula in 10th class. V is equals to IR. What is the formula? V is equals to IR. V means what? Voltage or potential. I is current and R is resistance. So V is equals to IR you will use. Okay. So its unit is ohm. Its unit is ohm. Okay. So unit of electrical resistance. R is equals to V is voltage, potential. So R you will write what? R you will write like this. Here you will write R is equals to V upon I. So V upon I means volt per ampere, and it is only called ohm. Its symbol is like this. Okay, yeah. So you can see the single letters are written. These are symbols. These are symbols. This middle, you can see this coulomb, volt, farad, ohm, siemens, right? So these all are what? Units, and this first thing are physical quantity. Okay, last, the electrical conductance. My dear friends, conductivity also, it is also called conductivity. So conductivity is just the reverse of resistivity. Okay, so 1 by R we can say. So conductance is 1 by R, and that is 1 by ohm. So it is called mho. You know, ohm inverse is called mho, MHO. Okay, its symbols are written here. So that's all, my dear friends. You cannot understand, you need to remember it. This is only the option. Okay, yeah. So some more formulas I will help you to remember. After that, we'll end this chapter very soon. Okay, and tomorrow the lecture is very very important. You need to remember it. You need to learn that at any cost. Okay, one question will definitely come in NEET exam. So magnetic flux. Let us talk about magnetic flux. So magnetic flux, its unit is Tesla. Tesla is represented by capital T. Okay, no other option, you need to remember it. Magnetic flux Tesla. Magnetic flux Tesla. Okay, remember that unit. Uh, Sorry, magnetic field, not flux. Magnetic flux is Weber. Sorry. Magnetic field is Tesla. Yeah, magnetic field is Tesla, capital T. Okay, remember, magnetic field Tesla. Magnetic flux Weber. Magnetic flux Weber. Okay, so WB is symbol. Okay, so unit of magnetic flux is Weber. Unit of inductance is Henry. Unit of inductance is Henry. Unit of capacitance Farad. Okay, so similarly, unit of inductance Henry. Okay, name of the saint is Henry. You know, activity of radioactivity. You know, so I will talk about the activity of radioactive material, that is Becquerel. BQ. Okay, Becquerel. Generally, we don't use it. Yeah, some more basic formulas are there, so I will just help you to I'll just introduce it. You need to mug up. Okay, yeah. So remember, torque is called tau is equals to R cross F, means tau is equals to Fr. F is force, R is position vector, so F into R, Newton meter. Are you getting Newton meter? But don't write joule for this. Newton meter here, it is not joule, it is just Newton meter. Okay, next I'll talk about the dynamic viscosity है ना. Are you getting the dynamic viscosity? If you talk about this viscous force, that is Newton. If you talk about the viscosity constant, so that is what its unit is. So it is its unit is what? Poisson, right? So what it's not, you don't need to remember, that's all. Okay, you don't need to remember it. Okay, generally we used to say poise also. Okay, so poisily it is called. Okay, yeah. So let us talk about this. Actually, poise also we use poise. Yeah. So let us talk about this. Impulse is what? Impulse is just change in momentum. Change in momentum means what? Momentum mass into velocity. So just kg meter per second. That's all. Okay. So Newton second also you can say, kg meter per second also you can say. Okay. Next, modulus of elasticity. So you will learn this in elasticity chapter. Okay, don't worry. As the chapters will come, you will learn this all quantities. Okay, yeah. So its unit is Newton per meter square. How? Because Young's modulus or coefficient of elasticity, a constant of elasticity is given by stress by strain. What? Stress by strain, and its formula can be written. Stress is Newton per meter square, and strain does not have any unit. Strain does not have any unit. Okay, so just Newton per meter square, or we can say kg per meter per second square. Okay, next, surface tension. So surface tension, we can say T is equals to F by L. Actually, F is equals to TL. This T is called surface tension. So T is equals to F by L, Newton per meter. Okay, yeah. These are some more formulas you need to remember. So just a minute, you need to remember some more basic formulas. So my dear friends, first formula I am talking about the yeah. So this chapter, this is the last slide. Okay, this chapter is going to be over. Don't worry about that. Definitely, this is completely theoretical chapter, and you may feel little exhausting. Okay, yeah. The specific heat capacity. These all formulas you need to remember. No other option. So if you don't remember now, doesn't matter. Later on, when the chapter will come, you will automatically remember it. Okay, yeah. So specific heat capacity. So simply Q is equal, this already I told you, right? S is equals to Q upon M delta T, so joule per kg per Kelvin. Okay. Next, thermal conductivity. So thermal conductivity, yeah. So you can say what that is dQ by dt. Actually, this is rate of flow of heat. Rate of flow of heat. Okay. How to find it? So rate of flow of heat. So simply speaking, heat is joule, right? And per second. So you can say yeah. So it is what Q is there, है ना? We are talking about thermal conductivity K, this constant, है ना? So dQ by dt is rate of flow of heat, that is K A dt by dr. Okay, yeah. So K is what? Thermal conductivity, right? A is what? Area. dt is change in temperature, and dr is just length with length, है ना? Yeah. So length. So directly you'll get watt per meter per Kelvin. Okay. Next, I'll talk about the electric field intensity. My dear friends, electric field intensity. So electric field intensity is what? Force per unit charge is, are you getting? Force per unit charge at a point is electric field intensity. Force is always Newton, charge is always Coulomb. So directly you will say what? It is Newton per Coulomb. And you can also write volt per meter. Okay, that's all. So last, this formula, gas constant. So all of you know PV is equals to nRT. P is pressure, V is volume, N is mole, R is gas constant, and T is temperature. So you need to find the unit of R. So what you will write? PV, pressure into volume, that is joule. Are you getting? So joule per mole per Kelvin. Joule per mole per Kelvin. Okay, right? That's all. This is the answer, right? Anyhow, whenever you get pressure into volume, so its unit will be joule only. Okay, joule, right? So joule per mole per Kelvin. That's all. So this is the gas constants unit. Okay, that's all you need to remember. This all units. And now our chapter is going to end. This is the last slide. I think last one or two questions are there. So don't worry about that. Just some two or three slides are more remaining. One. Find the unit of permittivity of free space. Permittivity of free space means electrostatic. F is equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R square. Are you getting Q1 Q2 upon R square? You know, this is constant, this is constant, these are not having any unit. L, this epsilon naught is having a unit, Q is having Coulomb, Coulomb, and this is R square. So directly you will say what? Epsilon naught is equals to Q1 Q2 upon F R square. What I did, just cross multiplication, you know, yeah, like that. So epsilon naught, its unit I will write what? Coulomb square per Newton meter square. Coulomb square per Newton meter square. So this is the formula. Okay, so you can write like this also: Coulomb square Newton inverse meter raised to minus. So anyhow, you need to remember this: Coulomb square per Newton meter square. If someone asks you F is equals to K Q1 Q2 upon R square, find the unit of K. So you'll write K is equals to FR square upon M1 M2. Sorry, upon Q1 Q2. So you are getting what? Newton meter square per Coulomb square. So you can see it is just a reciprocal because K is inversely proportional to epsilon naught. Okay. Yeah. So just remember this basic formula. That's all. So now I'm going to talk about some basic thing. Unit of coefficient of viscosity. How to find it? So all of you should remember the formula F is equals to 6 pi eta RV. 6 pi eta r v. Here 6 is constant, r is constant, eta is constant of viscosity, coefficient of viscosity. R is radius, v is velocity, and f is force. So you will say directly eta is equals to f upon what? F upon 6 pi, and all thing you need to remove, 6 pi you need to remove because it does not have any unit. Okay, so eta is equals to f upon rv. F upon rv, so this is Newton per meter into meter per second. So directly you can say Newton per meter square per second, means Newton second per meter square. That's all. So this is the thing you need to remember, my dear friend. That's all. So this is the basic unit. Okay, Find the unit of electric field and magnetic field. Find the unit of electric field and magnetic field. Okay. So electric field E is equals to F by Q. है ना? Force per unit charge. F is called Newton and charge is called Coulomb. So this is Newton per Coulomb. Okay. Yeah. It is also called voltmeter. Okay. Yeah. Next we will talk about magnetic field. So magnetic field B. You know the formula F is equals to BIL. F is equals to BIL. Okay. So you will say B is magnetic field intensity upon IL. F is having Newton and this is having I for ampere and this is having meter. So directly we will say Newton per ampere meter, right? Yeah. Or you can also say this is Tesla. This is Tesla. Okay. So that's all you need to remember this Newton per ampere meter, that is Tesla. So that's all. I got the unit of magnetic field also. Okay. So very simple thing. If you remember the physical formulas, then and then only you will be able to find the units, okay, or fundamental units or dimensional formulas. Okay. So change of numerical value. So let us talk about this fast. How to change from MKS to CG, SI to CGS and like that. So conversion factor we'll talk about. Magnitude of any physical quantity is always constant. Are you getting? Means Nu is equals to constant. In first unit, in unit number one, है ना, and unit number 2. So we'll directly say Nu is always equal to constant. Nu is always equal to constant means N1 U1 equal to N2 U2. N1 is a numerical value, N2 is another numerical value. Okay. U1 is first unit system and U2 is second unit system. Okay. So these things you need to remember. That's all. So I'm going to explain it fast. Nu is always constant. Numerical value is inversely proportional to unit. Okay. So N1 U1 is equals to N2 U2. For example, yeah, you will see the example here. CGS unit of force is dyne. CGS unit of force is dyne. You need to remember. Okay. So unit of force in SI is Newton. Unit of force in CGS is dyne. Not dyne. It's dyne. Next, CGS unit of work is erg. CGS unit of work is erg. Remember this. Okay. Yeah. Next, SI unit of work, energy and heat are same, that is joule, right? That's all. So these are some points you need to remember. Later on for other quantities you will automatically learn. Okay. So no need to worry about that. Okay. Yeah. Convert 1 Newton into dyne. So I need to convert the 1 Newton into dyne. Means I need to find the value of 1 Newton into dyne. So I will say N1 U1 is equals to N2 U2. Okay. Yeah. So listen. N1 is 1. And U1, that is Newton, that will be equal to N2 U2. N2 is, I don't know, I need to find its value. U2 is dyne, right? That is dyne. Okay. So let us find it. 1 Newton. 1 Newton means what? I can write that is kg meter per second square. Kg meter per second square. All of you know that, right? And N2 you will write what? N2 you will write that is kg. Instead of kg you will write gram. Instead of meter you will write centimeter, and per second square you will write per second square. That's all. Okay. Yeah. So you can convert kg into gram. So you know kilogram is 10 raised to 3 gram. Okay. 10 raised to 3 gram. Next, meter. 1 meter is 100 centimeter. So I have written centimeter and divide by per second square. That is N2 gram centimeter per second square. Cancel this gram centimeter, cancel per second square cancel. So you are getting N2 is equals to 10 raised to 3 into 100. So 10 raised to 5. So finally you are getting 1 Newton is equals to 10 raised to 5 dyne. That's all. So all of you got it, right? How to convert it. Next, convert 1 joule into earth. Convert 1 joule into earth. So I will say N1 U1 is equals to N2 U2. Okay. So 1 joule is equals to N2 erg. Okay. Yeah. Joule can be written like this: kg meter square per second square. So when you can do, when you can solve only when you remember the fundamental units. Okay. If you don't remember the fundamental units, you cannot convert. That's why I told you to remember the fundamental units. Okay. Any derived formulas can be found using the fundamental units. Okay. Yeah. I already told you how to find it. So N2 kg, instead of kg you will write gram, instead of meter you will write centimeter. So kg centimeter square per second square. Okay, convert it. So you'll write 1 kg is 1000 sorry, 1 kg is 1000 gram. 1 meter is 100, means 10 raised to 2 meter square. After that, per second square. So that is gram centimeter square per second square, and N2 is there. So here you are getting the value of N2. All will cancel. You will get 10 raised to 3 plus 2, 2 raised to 2. So that is 4. है ना? So you are getting N2 is 10 raised to 7. So final answer you are getting what? 1 joule is equals to 10 raised to 1 joule is equals to 10 raised to 7 erg. That's all you need to remember this. Remember this. 1 Newton 10 raised to 5 erg. 1 joule 10 raised to 7 erg. Okay. So that's all, my dear friends. These are the basic formulas you need to remember. Okay. One more question I'm asking you. Convert 100, sorry, 500 ले लो. Okay, take 500. Convert 500 momentum. 500. Yeah. What is the unit of momentum? You remember mass into what? Mass into velocity. So mass into velocity, you can say it is Newton second, or you can write what? Kg meter per second. So you can write it 500 kg meter per second into, है ना, into CGS unit, Okay, you need to find the value. So how to do it? N1 U1 is equals to N2 U2. Okay, you'll write 500 is N1. Value of U1 is kg meter per second. Okay, N2 U2. What is that? N2. N2 is what? I need to find. U2. U2 is what? Kg is gram, and here this M will become meter will become centimeter. S is S. Okay, so 500 into 10 raised to 3 gram into 10 raised to 2 centimeter divided by per second. Okay, we'll write N2 gram centimeter per second. Cancel this all units. So directly you are going to get here what? N2 is equals to 10. This is 500 into 10 raised to 5. So you will write 5 into 10 raised to 7. Are you getting? So directly you will say what? P is equals to 500 Newton second or 500 kg meter per second is equals to 5 into 10 raised to 7 gram centimeter per second. That's all. So this is the answer. Okay, remember. That's all. So this is the simple method. I hope all of you got it right. So that's all about unit, my dear friends. As I told, the units and dimension, learning of units and dimension is a continuous process. You cannot learn it in one shot. You cannot learn it in one shot. So simply speaking, my dear friends, it's a continuous process. As I will teach the different chapters, right? You will get the formulas. If you will get the formulas, you will get its unit, dimension, and all things. Okay. To remember any unit and dimension, you need to learn. You need to learn the fundamental units. Okay. After that, SI units, the basic SI units you need to remember, and you need to remember the physical formula. So you can find the units of derived uh, physical quantities. Okay, so simply speaking, my dear friends, use my code Rahul D, RAHULD, my dear. Definitely RAHULD. This code will give you 10% discount in iconic subscription and 10% discount in the regular NEET UG subscription. Okay, my dear. So simply speaking, my dear friends, definitely, if you want me for a long time, you should take and you want to crack NEET UG with me and top educators, please get the Unacademy subscription. Okay, yeah. So thank you very much for today. Tomorrow I'll come with the dimensions. Okay, dimensions are also very important and very like useful. Okay, because everywhere you need to use the dimensions. Okay, so dimensional formula is very important. Tomorrow we'll talk about this. Okay. So bye bye for today. Good night.